welcome to my newest video. I try my best to give you something enjoyable to watch. Kick back, subscribe, and let me entertain you for a short period of time. The timer is mainly for aesthetics, starting off at 14:35. Let us begin this charade. Time for a 20-minute training session to warm the old fingers up. Now that my quick 20-minute training session is finished, I feel that I have more control over my mechanics and speed going into ranked games. This is the start of the season, so my rank is lower than usual, but it always makes for some interesting gameplay. For my first game in ranked, I wouldn't say I did terrible, but I am glad I spent some time doing training before committing to this. But anyway, I'm now going to cut to mainly goals to summarise this next game, as nothing exciting happened and it makes for a dumb time cut lapse thingy-majig. After the game had finished, I was surprised to see my teammate wanting to team up, which was a curveball as I play solo mostly anyway. He wanted to do play till a lose, which, as you will see, turned out completely unexpected. And honestly, I don't have the mental capacity to edit through so many games. So here's another summary of the continued win streak we are embarking on. This is now as I climbed into a higher rank, into Grand Champion 2, and I'm not going to lie. At this point, we have been playing together for some time, and I've started to become fatigued and overly confident in my own ability. But nevertheless, we prevail and continue to win. Now the real challenge begins. Throughout this game, the opponents continue to get the upper hand through all plays and challenges, making it extremely difficult to score. This led to a slight downfall in my own gameplay as I began to doubt my own abilities. Here I knew I would have to challenge the ball, or at least get in the way to help my teammate at least get boost and head into a better position, which luckily I did with the skin of my teeth. I couldn't exactly challenge the ball, so I prepared to get into a position where the ball would land. But like I said, I'm fatigued and putting my own ability at times, leading to me throwing the ball away to them. My main objective for this game would be to mostly support my teammate and help him in what ways I can, which helps at times, but mostly I think our opponents are better than us. I can see this guy is about to go for an aerial play with his teammate close by as I just miss a demo. I at least tried to block an incoming path. The ball could go from an on-target shot from the double tap pass. I couldn't really do much here as I have low boost, so I stayed on the back wall and prayed for my teammate to do something miraculous. Now observing the current position of the opponents, I don't want to throw myself in, but instead to wait in midfield to secure any long shots or pinches. but to mainly see how the play further goes. I can't challenge this, so I follow the ball to the ball, but I used all my boost being dumb and couldn't follow the play further. Instead, my only option was to double jump as I landed to perhaps force a bad challenge out of the opponent. But while I was away from the play obtaining more boost, I lost sight of a vital play in, which I could have perhaps scored and gave us a 1-goal lead going forward. Anyway, my teammate looks to have control over the ball, but whiffs, so I have to back him up and position myself into a place where the opponent will feel pressured with my presence. But my touch was poor, leading to a cross in possession to the opponents, which could have been worse than it came out to be. Luckily I defended well with my patience, then completely messed up my own play, but hitting the ball away instead of going for an air dribble, which would have more options to score with. But now, with the ball control in the opponent's favour, I was forced to return back to my own goal to help aid my teammate in defending. But unfortunately, my teammate was not able to perform a clear defence, which led to my attempt to save it without success. I still believed we could have won this game easily, with a better position and better teamwork, as I lacked both so far. With a bad kick-off from myself, I decide to follow the ball, but I instead mess my teammate up, making him work harder for possession again. I follow up with an attempt to gain a good challenge, which was a good idea, but ultimately didn't work so good. I rotated behind my teammate, hoping to follow up on a good play, but instead I lost sight of the enemy and his position on the curve of the wall, which has a good spot to land a powerful and quick shot on goal. This was completely my own fault, making it 2-0 in the opponent's favour. Even though we were losing, we won in the most surprising way, with the opponents deciding to forfeit. At a time, I knew the game was hard to win. This was unjustified by the opponent said in the chat that we deserved it, so I'm not questioning their judgment, but instead taking this as a content creator luck, as they say. Now it's time for the last game of the video, a full-length game in which some good plays and some bad plays happened. No matter the outcome of this game, it was going to be the last I played for today, due to playing for nearly 2 hours without a break. I needed rest to mentally recharge after this, and even for myself to record for 2 hours long, after not recording any content for YouTube for some time now, was exhausting but also enjoyable to get back into YouTube and continue my dream to make content that I would be happy with. I'm not gonna lie, my editing isn't the best, as I edit everything myself with only self-taught experience and pouring a lot of hours into a YouTube video. When I don't have a big viewer base, it may seem a bit insane, but maybe just you who is watching now may take some enjoyment over this style of video. At the end of the day, I make these videos for you, and to get your mind of reality for a short while. Enough of my rambling, let's just get back into the game. We are currently 1-1 with both teams scoring 1 goal of course, and I had a good feeling about this game. But also on the other hand, this is the game that could get me up to 1600 MEMIA, which turned into the objection between me and this random guy. It's quite surprising that we have reached this far, as we have never played together prior to this grind. It's nice to be surprised in Rocket League when you randomly take a chance and party up with a complete stranger. But our different play styles worked well for us. This is uncommon when two strangers party up like this, but nevertheless we somehow managed to get this far, and I wouldn't want this to stop while we were on such a big win streak. So allow me to continue commentating the gameplay for you, as the opponent exposes his will to pinch the ball off the wall. Here, he shows a weapon in his arsenal. I must predict in the future of this game if we have won a chance to win the game. Now I attempt to block the opponent from shooting a far-range goal, but I may have messed up my teammate's play. I return to my side of the pitch to prepare to defend, but I may have missed up another chance to gain a goal by doing so. I prepared for the opponent's pinch shot. I saw him try earlier, but his attempt wasn't successfully on target, making it easier to recover and make a counter-attack, in which my touch may not have been great. But due to the opponents perhaps confusing each other, we were able to capitalise on this and gain a goal for our own side, making the total score so far 2-1 for our team. On kickoff, I follow up with my teammate's hit, but I followed the left path instead of the right path, which forced myself to rotate back to defend the enemy's possession. I double jump up to intercept the opponent's control over the ball, in which I could only misguide him slightly, which for my teammate was unprepared for such an angle, and we conceded a goal, tying the game up. Now it's time for my kickoff, and I successfully landed a dead ball, and my teammate gained possession, and gained boost also. I went back for boost, and noticed my teammate lost control, and the opponent fired a shot towards my side. I knocked it away to the left side wall, but the opponent intercepted this. I bumped one opponent and hit the ball off the side wall, which was close to being a shot on goal. With no luck, we lost our turn, and the opponents gained control and went on to score their third goal. This of course was bad, and now we must score another, just to only tie once again. They faked their kickoff, but my hit was off centre. I attempt a demo, but the opponent reduced his speed, leading me to returning back to my own side. Preparing to defend, I throw my card towards the ball to block a shot, but the opponent half flips and back out of shooting. I jump to block a further play from the opponent, but the ball pinched away, forcing my teammate to stretch out to land any touch. This led me to shoot on target. But due to my angle, this wasn't as powerful as I would like, giving the opponent an easy recovery. I block this touch and prepare for what my teammate will do. I then defend a second time, leading the ball to the corner. I take control over the ball, bring it into the air for an aerial reset, but was blocked well by the opponents. I noticed my teammate had full boost, indicated by the circle meter being full. I grab 100 boost and prepare to block this wall hit. I then accidentally messed up an easy ground to air dribble, so as a backup, I faked a hit but was too late to recover for a block. Noticing how I've now left my teammate vulnerable to a 2 versus 1, I return as quick as I can. Honestly, nothing much happens now until the last 30 seconds of the game, so I've cut to now to see a close equaliser and a nice top right goal from myself to tie the game once again. This could be our chance to finally get another goal and win to get into 1600 rank. When I was thinking about how this kickoff could go, I was hopeful in thinking we could sneak a goal out of it, but without luck, the ball flies high over to our goal. The opponent thankfully missed, which would have been the end of the game, considering the amount of time left of the game. I gained control over the ball and flicked it over the first guy, and very closely missed a block. This is the worst case scenario. The opponent has full control and is looking to steal the win and bang, with 1 second left the opponents have scored with a low ball and a demo. We can only hope for an insane kickoff, but due to how the ball goes, the opponent simply hits it to the ground and we lose our first game in 2 hours. To summarise today, we went from 1435 all the way up to 1584, which in itself is very successful, but would have liked to end the video off by hitting 1600. Maybe in the next video we can climb higher past 1600 and go beyond my peak and reach 1700. This video took a while to make, and it would mean the utter world if you could leave some feedback to let me know how it was. To further show support, subscribing to our channel would be super amazing and will inspire me to create higher quality videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching and having an amazing start or rest of your day. See you next time perhaps.